Hey everybody, this is Guillermo with Live Trading with Guillermo. It is Sunday, October 23rd. It is about 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm gonna make this video really short. My granddaughter, who is 4 months old, her mom is here and she's visiting. They live in town, but I love visiting with my granddaughter. I love her. So I'm gonna spend some time with her. So I'm just gonna make this video really quick. This is kind of a weekend update, not necessarily a Q&A, but I just want to say a couple things that are really important that I wanted you guys to know before you start trading tomorrow. So if you're an Apex Trader funding customer, you got some texts and you got some emails about the new server. So Apex Trader Funding has a dedicated server now through Rhythmic. So as you know, we've had Rhythmic issues going back for a long time. New prop firms are coming online and they're signing up with Rhythmic. So that's adding kind of more traffic, I guess, to the Rhythmic servers, which has caused a bunch of problems. So I've been complaining to Apex for months. I file a support ticket regularly just to say, hey, Rhythmic sucks. What are you going to do about it? So they finally got a dedicated server for just us, which is pretty awesome. So what that means though is you have to follow the instructions that are provided via email. There's a link, and once you get there, it'll take you to this page. You can also get there by going to the FAQs on their website, and you can type how to get started with Apex Trader, or our Trader, excuse me, and NinjaTrader 8, and then you'll be taken to this screen here. I'm gonna make this a little smaller, and then from there it gives you really step-by-step instructions on what you need to do to reconnect your Rhythmic and to reconnect your NinjaTrader 8. Everything has totally changed. The NinjaTrader license is different now. The server location is different now for Rhythmic, so everything has changed. So you'll want to follow the instructions on what you need to do. But just very basic, big picture overview is you're gonna have to remove Rhythmic completely. Any files associated with Rhythmic have to be deleted, and then you'll be taken down to a link where you download the newest version of Rhythmic that's strictly dedicated for Apex Trader funding. This will not work with anybody else. So the server that this connects to and everything is only for Apex Trader funding. So I just want to make sure that you're clear on that. So you'll download it, install it, then you get instructions on what you need to do. So step one, it tells you how to connect, what the settings should be. You get screenshots of what everything should look like. So when you're in Rhythmic and you're logging in, make sure everything looks the same. So if this is yellow, this needs to be yellow. If this is green, then needs to be green. If this is yellow, it needs to be yellow. So everything needs to match. So everything, the system server now says Apex. It's a dedicated server, so it's not like this generic server name anymore. It tells you what to do. Second step, you do it again. Follow it step by step by step. If you do not connect, if you do not get the green dots in Rhythmic Trader, which appear right here, if you do not get that, then go back to the steps above and double check everything. That happened to me the first time. Like I wouldn't connect, then I'd go back and I was like, oh, I forgot to hit Apex as my server. Oh, I forgot to hit this or my market data. All of those things on. Just make sure it's identical to the screenshots you see above. NinjaTrader, there is a new license in your back office, so you'll want to grab that one and use it when it asks for a NinjaTrader license. If you already have your own license, like a lifetime license or a multi-broker license, then you can continue to use that. Okay, it's only if you do not have your own, then you have to use the Apex license. Again, it gives you steps, what you need to do, and set it up. Do not email tech support because they will not help you. They've been pretty clear about that. So you have to follow step by step by step, try it multiple times. Excuse me. And if that doesn't work, then you have to file a support ticket with screenshots of everything so they can see what you've done. They will not help you install this. That's not something that they do. You're going to have to do this all by yourself. So again, make sure you have followed every single step that you see up here. And if you literally follow it, you won't have an issue. I went through it, and you can do it. It's working. I tested it on the MNQ, so the micros. I hooked up the Ripper X Black Edition just to run it, and the bot worked. So the new NinjaTrader update didn't seem to break my automation, which is great. I wanted to make sure that was up and running. So when I trade tomorrow, I'll be good to go. So do it tonight, you guys. Don't wait, because if you try to do this tomorrow, you're going to be frustrated because you're not going to be able to connect, and you're going to be frustrated. So if you can't get it done tonight, or if you do it tomorrow, just realize that you may not trade right away until you get all this set up right away, and going from there. Another thing, I had a couple questions that I want to address here real quick. One of the questions was people have been asking that I've been using a tighter profit target on my automation, and that is correct. I have tightened my profit target to 14 ticks. I normally, the recommended is if you use a 20 bar size, that your first profit target should be 20 ticks. So it should match your bar size. What I've been doing lately, though, is I've been tightening that profit target to 14 ticks. There's no magical number with 14. Could have been 15. Could have been 13. It was just something that I picked. And that gets me into profit quicker. But I don't make as much profit because 14 ticks obviously is less than 20. I didn't catch the full ride with all my contracts, right? On the flip side of that, though, is that I hit my profit target quicker, and if the market turns on me, I can pretty much get stopped out and walk away with a smaller profit instead of maybe having a DRAM trade engage. Which DRAM's there to save us, but I'd rather not use it if I don't have to. I'd rather just click along, take my profits, and kind of build up from there. And then DRAM, if I do need it, and it totally goes against me, then that's great. That's kind of what I use. So that's kind of what I wanted to address there. As far as DRAM, if I'm running like Friday, I did a 3-2 where I had a 2 contract runner. If I do DRAM, I'm only doing like 2 contracts additional. So my DRAM is only 2, and I only let it adjust 2 times, and that's it. So I'm being very conservative in that end, because I don't want to do 5 and then add another 5, and if it did another one, another 5, then you're up to like 15 contracts. I don't want to do that. It's more like 5, add 2 more, then it'll be like 7, right? Then if you add 2 more, it'll be like 9. So that's more manageable for the accounts that I'm using. I'm using larger accounts with the Black Edition, so I'm using either a 250K Apex account or the 300K Apex. On the low end, maybe 150 or 100, but I wouldn't go any less than that, because running 5 contracts is quite a bit, and you wouldn't want to run that on a 50K. That's just too much, and the trailing drawdown is going to kill you, and you're not going to want to do that. Lastly, let's see. Talked about that. Oh, yes, there's one last question that I did receive via email, and I just want to address it. People ask me, like, how come you only post winning trades, right? And for 100% transparency here, of course, not every trade's a winner. I'm not going to say that, because that's not true. There's things that, the software is good, but it's not 100%. There's things that the software can't do, like it can't control my emotions, right? So sometimes I'll hit my profit target and I keep trading, and then I blow it. That's because of me, not because of the software, right? There's things like the news, like if the Federal Reserve is going to make an announcement, if there's the jobs reports, earnings reports, the consumer price index reports, which is how we track inflation. All those things can make wild swings in the market. So if you trade during that time, just be forewarned that you can make a lot of money, but you're going to lose a lot of money during that time. So my recommendation is, if you want to, like I said, you can never be 100% accurate, right? But if you want to minimize your risk, then maybe wait, 15, 20 minutes after any news event. Wait at least 15, 20 minutes after market open. Don't be so quick to jump in, because you're putting yourself in a higher risk position. and it could work for you and it may not. So, while the software is not 100%, nothing is. There's certain things you can do to mitigate your risk. You want to mitigate risk. That's really what you're trying to do. Get yourself into profit and get out. That's the goal, because the market's out to get your money. And if you have that mindset, then you're going to be okay, because you get your money out, get it out first, and then be done. So that's what you want to do. You want to be in and out, take your profit, be done. Yeah. So another thing, David, I think his channel is Live Trading with David. I can't remember for sure. I don't have his channel right in front of me. But what he does is he trades multiple instruments. That's another way to hedge risk. You could have he does the NQ and the CL, which I think is oil, crude oil. And he trades them side by side, different bar sizes, different contract sizes. So if he's down on one, he can be up on the other, and that can hedge one against the other to minimize risk. That's one way to do it. Another way, which is the way I do, is I trade a single instrument, but then I have multiple accounts. So one account I might be down because I took a bad trade and it just didn't go my way. On my second account, I could be up. In my third account, I could be up again. So when you do the math for the morning, I'll be in the positive, right? So that's another way to hedge your risk, is to say, hey, maybe you went through a bad stretch early on and you wait for your next opportunity and you hit it out of the park, and then things just kind of balance out. So that's pretty much it on some strategies to be profitable. Like I said, you're not going to win everything. Not everything's going to be a home run. For my channel, that's just the nature of YouTube. Everybody puts their best trade, their funniest video, their best trick shot, your coolest car, everything that you can imagine. And I'm not the only one. And not saying it's right or wrong. Just realize that that's just the nature of things. It just like if you go to YouTube, and then if you type like futures trading is one of the things you can do. But look, let me move this out of the way. But you can see, some of the headings here. 11,000 profit, right? Different strategies for stocks and trading full time from all this stuff. Talking about setups and profits, So you don't see anybody in here saying, "Oh, look, I lost 1,000. Oh, look, I lost 5,000." People aren't going to do that, and really, I'm no different in that regard. But I am upfront to let you know that, hey, you are going to suffer a loss. That's just the way it is. There's safety measures built in the software that I use. DRAM is one of them. DTRAM is the other. It adjusts the profit target after a loss, so you get into profit quicker. So there's certain things that the software has that's going to help you, but that's just the way it is. It's not going to hit everything perfect. The software is not can't tell the future. It can only take high probability trades, and it is a probability, right? There's a chance you will win, and there's a chance that you won't win, but we're trying to put the odds in our favor that we are going to have a winning trade. That's the point of having automation, looking at the market, waiting till after news events, maybe not trade the open, all those things sets us up for success. And of course, the setup I always talk about. If you don't know about it by now, I sound like a broken record. I always start my trades with the first big move after a range, whether it's above or below it, and I look for a move above the indicators that the software prints for us or below the indicators. That's it. There's no magic to it, guys. You could wait for the second pullback just to make sure there's confirmation in direction. You can definitely do that. And then I don't know what this is up for. But anyway, that's one thing you can definitely do. So with that, folks, I am going to go enjoy my family, spend some time with my granddaughter, and I love her very much. She's, I love that kid. I never thought I would love a kid so much. But yeah, so, and then of course I have my 3 kids that are here home too. So we got a full house. So I'm going to call it a night. But I'm traveling tomorrow and Tuesday. So I'll try to post a video tomorrow if I get a time before I get out of here. I'll always do market open. So just because I do market open, don't feel like that's something you have to do, okay? I've been doing this for a year now, and it's not for the weak. This, market open is it you can kill, if you could see me, if you were right here, you'd be like, oh my gosh, my heart would be like boom boom boom, because it's like you never know where it's gonna go. But that's what I do, and not everybody likes to open. Some people hate it, so don't do it unless you're gonna be ready to do that. So with that, folks, have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night now.